Good morning and welcome to the Going On Daily Live Morning Show. I'm Ron Rigo and I've got the shark here. Rick, how are you? It's
I'm
been
back.
a little while.
Can I sing it? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Great theme song to
Oh, brother, man, I'm glad I missed you guys. I've been so busy traveling around the country and stuff like that. So it's been about what, 3 weeks, a month?
yeah, and it's funny you sang that song because there's a guy whose birthday is today. Mike Post, do you remember him?
Oh, I do.
He
Wait, you're
did
bringing
like
back.
a whole bunch of theme songs, including Hill Street Blues,
Oh,
Blossom, Quantum Leap, which is my favorite theme song of all time. A-Team, Renegade, Silk Stockings.
oh, Silk Stockings. Come on, one of my favorite of all time. And of course, you know me. I love that.
Of course.
The red
Of
light goes
course.
on.
That's right. That's right.
He did that when he did A-Team. Time out. He did A-Team.
Yes. Mike Post, right? His birthday today. So happy birthday, Mike
How old
Post.
is Mike?
He's
He's got to be up there.
Oddly enough, he was born in 1944.
Ooh.
So he is up there. So you're talking what, 78?
I mean, I'm going to tell you what, these are badass. Like
80.
Hill Street Blues was a great one. Dun, dun, dun. I mean, these are like,
And it's not one of my topics, but I just happen to know this off the top of my head. He did the Rockford Files too.
oh my.
And that song made it to number 10 on the Billboard chart.
That was a great song, by the way.
That wasn't even his best. His best was with Joey Scarberry singing "Believe It or Not." Remember?
The Bosom Boys or Bosom Buddies, right?
The
Great American
Hero. Yeah.
Believe it or wow.
That made it to number 2 on the charts. A TV show theme song, right?
Well, real quick, Ron, you know, back in the day, TV theme songs were like, they had albums and everything. Like that was like,
oh yeah,
that was on the radio. Like Dukes of Hazzard, they played it on the radio back in the day.
Yeah.
Hill Street Blues, that was a song. You played like Miami Vice was a great one too. Oh,
right. Miami Vice was a big one. So
is there any like that now, Ron? Dude, I couldn't even name a theme song for any of the shows right now.
The last one that I thought really made it big, obviously, was Friends.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course.
I'll be there for you. So happy birthday, Mike Post. That is not even a topic. And look, we already brought some joy to some old time TV fans, right?
That's it. Got it.
We got a great show for you today. I mean, we've got so many great topics. First of all, we'll talk about Helene. Unfortunately, this has been brutal. Another brutal story, John Ashton died.
Yeah.
And if you don't know who that is, shame on you for one.
Naughty.
Shame on you for one, but we'll explain all that. It is also International Podcast Day. So anybody watching out there, and there is somebody watching already, please share the show because we want to be on that top 100 list.
Exactly.
Definitely want to be on that top 100 list. We have some Vegas talk. I love talking about Vegas because it's always interesting, right? Anytime you mention Vegas, there is interesting stories.
And Ron, wait to hear this story because I did not know behind the scenes. Vegas. Wait to hear it. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that. It is also National Chewing Gum Day, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And of course, a flight to nowhere. A flight to nowhere. And I cannot wait because I tell you, if you don't know anything about the show, and you're watching for the first time, this man over here has the greatest airline stories you'll ever know.
Oh, ever. All the time, right? That's why I dug another one up. I had to.
He's got the best. All right, so before we get into the opening story, you are watching us on YouTube at Rhode Island Broadcasting. So subscribe, click that little bell. It's growing.
Hey, Ron, real quick, can I give a shout out? Mr. Palmer, my boy. I miss you, brother.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, we miss Mike here. Oh, he's got to come on for a guest spot at some
Well, he
point.
does. Me and
You
Mike have
know,
to come on, man. I love talking to Mike. I mean, it's like,
he's great,
you know
right?
what? You got to tell you about me and Mike. Our topics, we always go sideways. You know that. Like, it's like we never get all the topics done. It just goes
I think a lot has to do with you because you just
twisted.
go off on these tangents, and let me tell you, some of those things are the best conversations. You can also watch us on Facebook at all right broadcasting. I forgot where we
Come
were
on,
for a
Ron.
minute there.
Get it right.
I got distracted by Mike.
Oh, here we go. The producer.
so
Yeah.
and you can also watch us on Twitch at RI_broadcasting. So don't be afraid to
Downtown.
subscribe there. That helps with the cause. And also throw out some bits. If you're on Twitch, throw out some bits. So, and you can also watch us on Kick as well.
Kick.
And don't forget, if you want to support the show through Patreon. You can get mugs, you can get stickers, pins, all kinds of great stuff. And it only costs you $2. Really?
That's a great
$2.
deal. I mean, in this
So,
economy, that's a deal.
right. So get on there, help support the show. Let's go right into the opening now because this has been just absolutely devastating. I mean, the numbers that this storm has produced is massive. Massive, Rick.
It's
I don't know if you how many videos I saw about this and seeing just the absolute flooding. The water has been the problem, right?
it
It
has. I
wasn't the
mean,
wind. I mean, it came in as a category 4, but within an hour, it was a tropical storm. But let me tell you, the flooding has been bad.
just
Some
even in
places have
Tampa,
gotten
St.
20
Pete.
plus inches.
You know what killed me real quick, Ron, is like you see North Carolina. They weren't
Oh,
prepared for this. I mean, you're in Carolinas up in the mountains and look at it. It's getting crushed, the flooding.
yeah, it is. And the numbers are staggering.
Oh,
So power outages. South Carolina, 750,000.
oh my.
Georgia, 580,000. North Carolina, 457,000. Florida, 133,000. And we are so glad that Mike is safe in Florida.
Yes.
So glad. That was the first person I thought of. I thought of Mike and Becky, a friend of mine since the 80s.
Disco
So,
area. Come on, Ron.
yeah, I thought of those two. Very first thing I thought of. Virginia, 100,000, and all the other states combined, 92,000. So that's Tennessee, Ohio, everywhere, right? A total of 3.7 million people lost power. Most probably haven't gotten it back yet. And it's bad. 116 deaths. And that is not counting like the 1,000 people that they haven't accounted for in North Carolina yet.
I know. Did you see the one video of the lady? Her house drifted down the water, and then
Oh,
she drifted too. They seen the camera on it because their family was seeing.
yeah,
I mean, they can't find her. I mean, it's sad to say, but I mean,
it
the house
is.
is gone too, and she's gone.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing she tried to jump off the house and swim because maybe the house was going to crash into something, and she probably didn't make it.
Was
It
there
is tragic.
real quick, Ron? Was there in North Carolina? Did they give any? There was no notice. It broke.
No,
The
well,
river
because
started breaking, and it just
yeah, it's one of those things that North Carolina has survived so many, right? And they seem very resilient to these kind of storms, but the way it came in and the amount of rain, they did not. I don't think they realized it was going to be this bad for them.
no. And it's
Uh,
not even the coast. It was in the mountains. I mean, this is like in the
right?
inland. This is not like on the coast there at the
Yeah.
beach at all.
Oh yeah, the mountains just got crushed with this.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, you look at that death toll. 30 of them, 30 people just in Buncombe County, North Carolina, which is what we're talking about. That's that left tip, the westernmost part of that state, and it got crushed in this. There was talk of the Nolichucky Dam in Tennessee. That was that they feared that it was going to collapse. It was that bad. And I saw the videos of that, and the water was basically flowing over it. And so it rose from 43.32 feet before the storm to 62.57. And let me tell you, it was going over. It was going over.
Mm-hmm.
Like the videos from everywhere, I just feel horrible. It's it's just so tragic. I mean, the amount of people that they haven't even accounted for through all of this, it's really bad. It's so if you're in any way of helping these people, please, by all means, do it. If you're a medic or something, just go down there. If you have the
Exactly.
time, go down there and help out,
This is where we
because
all come together. And you know what's wild about it, Ron? I mean, hurricane season hasn't even picked up much. I mean, we're still
there's
in like,
like 5 or 6 more storms out
I
there
know. So this
brewing.
is like the beginning of like, and the last couple of years, it's been hitting some big cities. I mean, just crushing it, you know?
Yeah, I
Look
mean,
last year with
it's
St. Pete and
look,
all that. Was that last year?
it's
Now again.
um yeah, well, there's so many, it just boggles the mind, right?
It
So I mean,
makes you think
something's got to be
sometimes,
done.
though. It makes you think sometimes when you live on the coast, you got this risk now. I mean, it's like almost like do you live on the coast like I do, and and you have the risk.
Yeah, it's look, I just moved to the Newport area in Rhode Island. So now I'm on the coast. I mean, yes, it's not Florida coast. I get it. It's not South Carolina or North Carolina or
Still,
in the Gulf, but it's still on the coast. And, I did the story on that iceberg, the other day. And like coastlines, if that iceberg, collapses into the ocean, it's going to raise the sea level 10 feet.
ooh.
Like that's crazy to think about that, because now you think about all the cities that are susceptible along the coast, which is every major port
Mm-hmm.
around the world. I mean, that's a scary thing. It's a scary thing. And these storms are getting stronger and stronger and stronger because the warming of the earth is putting more moisture in the air, and that moisture has to come down in some way, and a lot of times it is these storms, and
Well, they're making
it's
predictions. You
brutal.
see it. I mean, the conspiracies and all that, but the predictions are the next 10 years, we're going to have some major storms. I mean, just the way the earth is
Yeah, it's
tilting
just
and
going to
all that.
get worse.
Yep.
It's just going to get worse. My thought is most of those people, in those storm areas, I wouldn't want to live on the coast in there. And obviously it doesn't even matter in the coast, because look at the mountains. Look what just happened.
So where do
So
you
it's
live
pretty
at now, Ron?
scary.
Where do you live at? The coast? Then you live out west in Nebraska, you get crushed by tornadoes.
Yeah, I
Texas, I
know.
mean,
So I mean, where do you go, right?
earthquakes out west. So where are you going to go? North Dakota, South Dakota?
Yeah. So I would probably say up in the mountains in New Hampshire or something. You get storms, but you can ride that out.
Just a little snow. That's all. A lot.
Yeah. You know, just get some snowshoes. Go for a
Mhm.
hike. Make sure you have a snowmobile, and you're good.
There you go, man. You solved the problem right there for everybody.
Just go to New Hampshire. That's it. Go to New Hampshire, live in a cabin, have a snowmobile. Make sure you have a generator and a satellite dish so you can get internet.
Make sure you hashtag New Hampshire. You know that. You're part of the visitor center now, right? You're going to drive
Yeah.
population.
So New Hampshire, if you're out there,
Yes.
sponsor us.
Ron's sending all the people your way.
Here we go. Hashtag New Hampshire. So I don't know, that's a rough way to start the show, but it is something you
Mm.
have to do. Please be safe out there. That's all you can do. And just because if you're in areas where the rain has stopped, it doesn't mean not to be careful, because those rivers are still swelling.
Exactly. You got that right, brother.
That's right. So let's talk another
Oh,
not so great topic, especially for those fans of Beverly Hills Cop.
It's a
This
Sarge.
is sad. This is
Oh my
sad.
God. And you know
And
what? I love his character in Beverly Hills Cop, seriously, so
great
much that
character.
I love when the best thing when he always talks about Billy. Billy,
Yeah.
Billy. How many times does he say Billy in the movie? And it's
Oh my
great.
God.
And it's like he's just beating Billy down. Like,
Yep. Yep. He's making him a good cop, right? And
yes.
and you saw, I don't know if you saw Axel F, the one this year that they
No, I
released.
did
I
not
mean,
see it yet.
you could see that he wasn't good.
And I did
And
not
he's
know. Did you know he had cancer? I did
I
not know
did
that.
not know until I read it today. But he did not look good in the movie, and he obviously couldn't do anything, So
But it
he
was great to
basically
have him in the
was
movie,
in the.
though. I'm glad they put him in. Oh, I mean, come on.
Oh, absolutely! It would not be the same without him. Would not be the same.
And did he drive a lot? Billy didn't drive. He did, right? Sarge drove.
No, I think
Was it
Billy
Billy?
did drive a lot. Yeah, because when
And
you
Sarge
look at
always
the
had his coffee
picture,
cup. Remember his coffee cup?
yep. So I mean, he was an old school cop, right? And that was it was a big part of that series. I
Oh
mean,
my goodness. I mean, and you know what? Did you read the story about this? They said at the beginning that him and Billy Judge, they were going to be just like fill-ins. They weren't going to have
yeah,
much of the cop role in it. And then
right,
all three of them and Eddie came in and they just had this chemistry laughing and giggling, going,
exactly, and that
and
changed
all that
everything.
shit. And it just went, they like, dude, you got to be like the main focus, which me and Eddie got something in common. We got the same birthday.
You have the same birthday as Eddie Murphy?
Little older. He's older than me, of course, but yeah, April 3rd, buddy. That's Eddie's day.
That's awesome.
I know it is.
Oh, see, now that I can't wait for because that'll be a great top 10. I mean,
Oh,
it's Eddie Murphy.
I
I
know.
mean, there's a lot of material there.
Great. Did you real quick? Did you know that he was in the Twilight Zone, A Team, and Law and Order?
I did
John,
not know that.
I did not know he did 200 acting gigs
Oh
and
yeah,
did a lot
he
of
was
plays too.
great character actor, right? I mean, that's the guy that you're going to get, and like you said, that chemistry that they had between the three of them on Beverly Hills Cop was
And how about when they walked around the
bar
car?
none.
Remember, he said the banana does not belong in the tailpipe. Remember
Yeah,
that?
of course,
And then he's
of
like,
course.
dude. And you know what? That was like a big thing back then because I know in the 80s, everybody was like trying to put a banana in a tailpipe and see what happens to it.
Right. Idiots, right? That's what we get.
But that was a great line right there. I mean, just
It was. It's a
mean,
famous one. It's a
and
famous
just
line.
everything about it, like his character was so good because he was that typical sergeant where he was on the rookie all the time. Because Billy was
Yeah,
like 1 or 2 years, he's like,
yeah, yeah. He was the new guy, and he was going to beat him down the whole time, right? So I mean, think about you know the the nostalgia of Taggart. I
oh
mean,
yeah,
when you think about all those movies, I mean, because back then, I mean, it was like to me the cop drama, right? You're talking Beverly Hills Cop and Bad Boys, and you're talking Lethal Weapon. I
they all
mean,
came about
those are the
because of
three
this.
big ones. Yeah,
Yes,
they're the three big ones of me. You know, and I don't know if it was. See, like I don't consider Die Hard that cop drama because it was like
Die
it
Hard's
was a
a
little
Christmas movie,
different.
Ron. That's a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie, you know, uh, but it was a little different because it was more terrorist kind of thing
Yeah,
than anything. Um, so I consider like Beverly Hills Cop. I watched it just the other day. I watched the first one,
you
and
know
the
which one
second
I
was
like.
scheduled, and now I'm sad.
I like part two. I'm gonna lie. The Playboy
Part two
Mansion
was
when he's sitting there
oh,
and he's like, and Sarge is like, "What are you doing?" Remember, he's yelling at him. He's like, he's in the pool and he's like laughing with a drink. Come on in.
and remember when he opens up the trunk and Billy's got all those weapons, and he's like, "Billy, we got to talk." And he takes out this arsenal.
Oh, and you know what? This is the first really movie where you had like Eddie, even though he was a cop, he was almost like a little bit of a, thug, like a little bit. It was like a mix of
Yeah.
both. You had two good cops, and then you had
Yep.
Eddie just out of control, being
Oh yeah.
a Detroit
Yeah.
cop from nowhere.
Yep. Yep. It was such. The first two were just absolute perfection, right?
I don't remember number three. What
The
was it
number
about?
three was at the stupid um amusement park. It was
See,
terrible.
that's Was
was
John in it
terrible.
too? Was the sergeant in it on 3?
I don't
I don't
know if
think.
he was in that one. I'm
That's when
not
it got
sure.
cheesy when they after number 2, then they try to push one out just to get some money and it just
I
flopped.
think Judge Reinhold was in that one, but I don't think Taggart was.
I don't even
I
remember
don't think
much
he
of it.
did it.
I think I watched
Yeah.
half of it. I still haven't seen the whole thing. It's like
It's
when it's
not
like,
good. It's not good. It's not good.
I don't know
I
what they pick
think
What do you pick amusement park for this? I mean, seriously, like.
it was terrible. It was terrible.
But the new ones,
It's
I
one
got
of
to tell
those that
you,
you skip.
give me your review on the new one. You've seen it
I
how many
like the new
times?
one. Like I said, it's more nostalgia because you just like seeing the three of them together.
Hmm.
Um, so it was like, I don't know, I mean, you just wanted to keep the story going. I think it was okay. It wasn't great, but the nostalgia part of it made you feel good. I mean, it is an entertaining movie, especially like the car chases at the beginning, especially, so it did bring that back. I mean, I mean, they are older,
Yeah,
and like I said, Taggart, you could tell that he couldn't do much,
man, that's sad.
but but you were glad that he was there. And probably the last scene with him in it when he actually goes with them probably was very difficult for him to do.
And you know what's wild about Ron? We're seeing all these actors we grew up with dying.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know.
and you know what? It's not like the real old, like 90s. 76 is still a young guy in my eyes. You know what I mean? That's still, he
Yeah.
got some life to live. It's just like, it's crazy how all this is happening now. Like every
Yeah,
week.
I mean, when you look at it, I mean, there's a list out there everybody is aware of, and you're going to lose some greats. I mean, you have guys like Harrison Ford, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino,
Yeah.
Stallone. These
Oh,
guys are
don't say
not
Sly,
getting
man.
young.
Sly's got to live
Oh,
forever, brother.
I just watched the last episode of Tulsa King that just came out. Not the last
Yeah.
episode, but the most recent. I love that show.
Dude, his
Tulsa King is
TikToks are
awesome.
funny. You know, his TikToks, Stallone's are
You
funny
ever
because
watched
his daughter
the?
makes him. They make him make fun of him. You know that.
Yeah, did you ever watch the Stallone Family?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is a riot!
Dude,
A
they bust on him
riot!
so bad about his like, Dad, come on, you still got your boxing gloves, like living in a time. Like, no, they bust on him so bad because he has
They
all girls,
do.
right? He has no
Yes,
boys.
all girls. It's funny as hell, and they're beautiful too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, he's got his work cut out for him.
He
But
does.
I mean, when you think about it, when the guys go to the house, you think they're gonna mess around?
Yo. Like, and he got that talk. You know he's gonna play that Rocky role, yo.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So
And I gotta tell you real quick
look,
before we go side notes,
we're talking about. We already went sideways
but we
like
gotta go
50
sideways on
times.
this. The one actor from the 80s that really hit me hard when he died very young, was John Candy. I'm gonna tell you that when that happened, over like that heart attack, like it wasn't even like he wasn't even really sick. It just happened. And it's like,
John Candy is a legend.
I mean, he died at like 41, right?
Yeah,
It was young.
he was young.
And his
And
movies were all
Chris
great.
Farley as well.
Oh
He
yeah.
lost it.
Yeah.
Like I thought Farley and Spade were going to be the next Abbott and Costello.
They had a good chemistry, didn't they?
It
Oh
was
my God.
amazing. It was amazing. I love Tommy Boy, one of the best comedies of all time. One of the
Dumbest lines
best.
ever. I mean, it's great, isn't it?
Fat guy in a little coat.
Look at him go. I know what Ron's watching later.
Oh!
Moneyball.
Oh man. Oh, all right. So let's move on. See, this is what you get when you watch a show with me and Rick. We don't know what we're going to be talking about. You got to just keep tuning in. You got to keep tuning in because there'll be more that we're going to be talking about, and it has nothing to do with any of the topics.
Exactly.
All right, so it's International Podcast Day today.
Woo-hoo.
So you folks out there that are watching, please, by all means, share this show. We want to be on that top 100, and look, Rick, all we really have to do is talk about oral sex, and then we get all the views because she's got her Hawk Tuah girl, she's got her own podcast.
And it's blowing up, isn't it? I mean, she's
Yeah,
in that one or
it's number
two.
6 in the top 100 on Spotify. Number 6.
Cash flow for her.
Right? So, I mean, come on. Let's do this, people.
Okay, so
People
we
have
got to
to
come up with a
share
good
the
tagline, Ron.
crap
We got to
out
come
of
up with a good tagline. How long do you think Hawk Tuah is going to last? Do you think this is like this is not going to be a long term? You know that.
I don't think so.
Somebody else is going to come on with something different. I'm saying I give it a year and a half, maybe
When
12
she
months.
runs out of ideas.
Yeah.
And that,
But you
I
know
don't think will be
I'm going
too
to tell you
long.
what, that 12 months is more money than she'll make her whole life. You know that.
Right. Yeah. And
mean,
she'll be
she's set.
set up for life.
I mean, I give her props. I'm not knocking it all. I think it's, hey, if you got a tagline and it goes viral, what the hell?
That's what we all hope for, right?
That's right. I'm going to go into think tank later, Ron. I'll be coming up with some good stuff for you, man.
That's awesome. So some of the people, like Taylor Lautner, has a podcast.
Everybody has one. Everybody has a
Right.
pod.
So he's number 26 on Spotify. Of course, Tucker Carlson, famous, right? He's number 4. I mean, do you know who number 1 is?
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we want, right? That's
Joe
what we
is,
want.
yeah.
We want to be the ones that knock him off the number 1 spot.
Tell you what, he's solid, man. He's one thing I will say, he's got this fan base, and I always say it's like, dude, they're solid with him, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's what we all strive for. So you know, I mean, we got all
We got to
kinds
be a little risky, Ron. We got to be risky. I think we should have like shirtless Saturdays, you know, see what happens.
I don't think they want that.
Come on, man.
I don't think they want that.
Got to come up with something creative, man.
I don't think they want me and Kenny to be shirtless. Just a hunch. Just a
Well,
hunch.
you know what? If you guys do one shirtless Saturdays, I'll pop up and be in the middle. All right.
Yeah.
You guys can be in my picture frame. I'm just messing with you. I'm totally messing.
I like I said, they might. I mean, we'd have to have special guests on all the time for shirtless Saturdays.
Oh yeah. And
know?
you would tell the guest, male or female, what's going to happen. You say there's going to be something going on there. Just be prepared. And then it's like,
Yeah.
all right, pop it off.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, I mean, who are we going to line up for the guests for that? Who would do that?
I don't know. We'll have to get Becky to recruit some Canadian people too.
There we go. See? Shirtless Saturdays coming.
Shirtless Saturdays with a little Tim Horton. Did I just go down there? Oh boy!
Can we throw in Colonel Sanders while we're at it?
What the hell?
Oh my God! All right, so you know, I mean, Rick, what if you were to start a brand new show, and you wanted it to become number 1? I mean, what are the topics that you'd have to talk about to do that?
You know what? I think big time now is just to be different, is being on the streets, different things like that. I mean,
Which we're still waiting for you to do.
Yeah, I know. I got to do that. I think big topics are just people want real shit now, you know? So it's almost comedy.
It's reality, kind of.
Reality, yes. If we had somebody on here that, you know, like had like you have a person that's like an attorney, then you have somebody that just, you know, just doesn't work at all, you know, and you mix and match them together. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah,
Here's another one. Wouldn't it be great? Okay, so has somebody like, okay, you got somebody that's an attorney, and then you got somebody that's like just lives off the land. I want to say political, and you have them on here, and then we do like a quiz with them. We ask them 5 questions or 10 questions to see if the one from like the trailer can win over the attorney. Would that be great? The battle,
that's
like
pretty interesting.
Like something like, you know, from, you know, West Virginia. We get the West Virginia people like live in the trailers. And I love these peeps. I mean, I give them props. They have hot tubs in front of their trailer. That's their swimming pool. And then you have the person that has a swimming pool like in Beverly Hills. Let's put them together and quiz them.
Yeah.
And if the other one wins, it's like, hell yeah. You know, it's like, it'd be like a battle of like, you know, the riches and the non-riches.
That, see, this is all part of the process. Maybe that show will
And
be
we could call it
coming to Rhode Island
the
Broadway.
rags or riches. Which one are you? Are you the rag or the rich?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rags or
Like,
riches.
woo! I like
Hey,
it. I'm
that's
going
an
to bet my bet on the
idea.
rags. The rags are going to win. I love my
That's
rag.
a pretty good idea, actually.
See, Ron, I didn't have no coffee either, brother. So it's still brewing. Oh,
That
look
is
at
a
him. He's thinking.
thought. That is
Hey, just
a
let you know
thought.
before you do this, I want 50%.
No problem, Rick. No problem.
But no, I
Executive
think
producer too, right?
that's it. Yeah. I think at the end of the day, it's all about being, I always say in all my other podcasts, entertaining, even though my industry is like the least non-entertaining industry, I'm in, and I got to entertain people, but I think we have to be comedy. We have to be up on it. Topics are great, but there's got to be some crazy stuff. Even if we do like a milk challenge every week or something different every week, like challenge your host and your guest. What do you think?
Milk challenge? What's the milk challenge?
Just chug a glass of milk. If you drink a full, did you ever drink a full gallon of milk in an hour?
Oh, a gallon of milk. Oh, no.
Yeah, drink a gallon of milk in an hour. I'll give you $1,000 if you don't throw up. You can't do it. Your body, you can't drink a whole gallon and your body will shut it down. I've been doing this in the Boy Scouts. I've done this with a lot of kids in the Boy Scouts. When I was when we were in the Boy Scouts, we did it. We challenged all these
Don't
kids.
say that out too loud.
Come on now, I'm an Eagle Scout, man.
You'll be having some phone conversations with some lawyers.
Oh, well, I was a boy myself, so it was done. I'm a boy myself at the time, so this wasn't like as a leader. I was 14.
Okay.
This is when I challenged. Like we're both there.
So maybe you should talk to somebody about that guy.
That guy. And of course, when we're sitting around the fire, who do you think is going to instigate everything? Myself, right? I'm going to challenge somebody. And the kids are like, dude, I can do it, man. Well, let's go do it. Then he's sick the next day when we're hiking. But no, I think there's so many different cool challenges. We just got to come up with one. And if it goes viral, I mean, look at some of the other stuff that goes viral now. You know what else is big now? Miss Roper. The Roper thing. I was at Oktoberfest this weekend. Roper. People are dressing up like Mrs. Roper.
Get out.
I see in the place. I'll send you a picture. There was 200 women dressed up like Mrs. Roper and a couple guys with mustaches like Mrs. Roper too. Yes, go Google it. Everybody loves the Roper. They have the dresses, the hair, everything, the purse.
Hey, I got a challenge for everybody.
Uh-oh.
You can go to Patreon, and I challenge everybody to register and become a member on our Patreon. And if everybody does, I'll send you out some stickers and pins right now.
He will. The challenge is on.
I will. The challenge is on. So there's a challenge for you. But we got to come up with some of those things, Rick. You're the guy to bring those ideas.
Maybe every week we dress up like some character, and you have to guess who I am.
Oh, I like that. I like that, actually. That's pretty cool.
And it can be way off too. I'm like, dude.
Like from Powerpuff Girls.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is Halloween week next.
Well, there's Ron on Powerpuff Girls, so I could dress up like him.
I think you should be Captain Ron with the patch.
Yeah, get yourself
a patch,
Russell, right? Kirk
yeah.
Russell?
Great movie, by the way. Great movie. I love Captain Ron.
It's a good movie.
Freaking funny as hell.
So, all right, let's move on to the next topic. What happens in Vegas?
Woo, Vegas. I'll tell you what, Ron, Vegas is going to the next level. And, I've been to Vegas many times. I'm sure you have too. That, people think go to Vegas, see a show, gamble. That's it. Vegas, I'm going to tell any city out there, if you take the format that Vegas took in now, they are rocking out. They have a new slogan now too. Okay. You ready for this? It says, Vegas, always something to do. Here's the slogan. What happens here only happens here.
Ooh, what happens here
like
only happens here.
Perfect. So this is off of Cheddar. Sin City, yes, they're going to keep that. But what happens here only happens here. And they have so much going on now. Like, was watching this and they said sports. You got sports now. So you got, hockey team. You got the baseball, the A's coming. You got the Raiders. Of course, you got gambling. You got shopping. You got residents now. I mean, you got the mecca of everything.
A lot of them.
All the pool parties. Yeah. The Sphere alone. The Sphere is
that Sphere.
amazing.
I'd love to check that out. I'd love to. That looks
Well,
amazing.
well, the guy on the show is part of the convention center, the Vegas Convention Center, which is humongous. I heard the Vegas Convention Center is one of the biggest in the country, Ron. They have car shows, international car shows. They're bringing everything in. So it's like the Mecca. I mean, they have that one car show where they, the auction one on the red
Yeah.
carpet, but they're bringing in rodeos and everything. He said, this is going to be the ultimate place to go in America. It is already.
Hopefully they can control the bulls there.
Right. Just let them go in the woods. It's in the desert. But the spear alone, he said that advertising on the outside is one of the hottest things. Everybody, because it glows in the dark, like the advertising on the outside. There is a list that he said probably it could be 2 years that everybody wants to be on a spear. They're advertising.
Wow.
And we're talking millions of dollars. To advertise on a spear is almost like advertising for the Super Bowl. You know that. Because when you land, you see it from everywhere. You know that. The advertisements are everywhere.
Maybe we should do that.
And then he said the biggest one so far, U2, Pink Floyd, UFC was there. I didn't know UFC was in the spear too. So they just don't do. And he said, when you have a fight and then you just have the ball going crazy like that and the fighters coming out, it's the biggest hype in the world. I mean, it's And he said there's nothing like this in the world right now. This is the number one thing that's going. And something else is great. They have Formula Racing. I didn't realize that, but they have a Vegas racetrack for NASCAR and Formula One.
F1.
So he's like, so they're bringing all them in too. So you're bringing all the NASCAR fans in.
Yeah, the F1 actually races on the streets.
Oh yeah, that one does. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I guess don't they have a track too for NASCAR? I think they have a track on the outskirts too. So, and then I did not know this, but I'm gonna have to tell my brother. I'm sure he does. They're starting the rail in January from Vegas to Southern Cal. You don't have to fly anymore. It's gonna be a train. Straight shot. He said Southern Cal's their biggest, like San Diego and all that. I mean, that's where they're pulling the people in at. LA, they're just going to get a train. Boom, you'll be there, spend a weekend, go back.
Yeah, because it's like, because it's like a, it's a shorter wait time to get on the train, obviously.
Yeah.
Because those trains, they pull up, you get on, and then it takes off. Whether you're on it or not.
Like an Amtrak.
If you're out, outside the doors and you're just chatting away, that thing's leaving without you.
Oh yeah, you're not pulling out. You're not going through the metal detectors and all that. I mean, I'm sure you maybe do a little bit there, but nothing like going to the airport, parking, getting an Uber there. All this, you just go there, boom. And he said that's going to be the game changer now. So he's like, and with the Raiders coming, and now the A's coming, so baseball, hockey, football, he said there are so many people, like the rooms are getting booked. And then, we talked about it before, the Hard Rock's coming in now, with the big guitar.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty awesome. That's epic. When you see that giant guitar, and I mean, just think of it. Well, that's just it. You look at it. I think New York is going to kind of get left behind, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you see that sphere, then the guitar and all of these casinos, it's a pretty awesome sight.
That sphere is nice when that guitar goes up, because I've been in the one in Florida, the one out there and toward Fort Lauderdale, and it's amazing. Like you see it from 79 or 95. It's just, it glows in the dark, and they do music with like a show. It's amazing. So it's going to.
I went to the Hard Rock in Florida before it was the guitar. That's how long ago it's been.
And it's in an area where there's nothing around it, pretty much. It's not like it's like just right there, and you got residential. They just slapped this up right on the highway, basically. And it's but Vegas, you see how they're changing now. The gambling is still like high up there, but now they're like, a lot of people don't gamble anymore because of the economy. You see how they shifted everything to entertainment?
Everybody wants to go see the shows, the entertainment.
But then they're like, hey, you don't want to do a show. You come for sports. Now you come for shopping. You come for everything, concerts. So there's something for everybody.
Yeah, no, it's more family oriented too now than what it used to be.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things that are really geared towards kids, and I mean, it's still mostly adult entertainment. As far as not the age, not like porn, but
Well, that was big back in the 80s and 90s. Remember
but
that?
it was big back
There
in
was a
the
hooker on
80s.
every street. Now,
Yeah,
he mentioned that. They're cleaning that up. Like you don't see
yeah,
them like they got to be in a club or something like that. You don't see them just roaming the streets anymore. They don't want
yeah.
that.
It's very different. It's a very different atmosphere
Not in the 80s, though.
outside.
Not in the 80s, man. You drive up in the 80s or 90s. It's like
Different
you're like,
ball
is this a
game.
crowd of people going to a concert? No, that's just all the hookers on the street.
Yeah, yeah. It was like that. So for every hooker, there was a mafia, a
Oh yeah,
mafia affiliated person.
is that
I
what they
should say.
call the pimp?
Yeah,
Right,
I
I'm
can't.
pimping you out.
Yep. Yeah, that's basically it. So Kenny's in the house. So we have
Kenny, what's up, brother?
and Mike out there. So he's excited that you're back, Rick. He's
Yeah,
excited.
it's been a long time. I'll be
I
back
mean,
tomorrow too.
you just bring a certain amount of energy that is so good. People love you for that.
Thank you,
It's
brother.
infectious, and it is exciting. It is exciting. So I don't blame Kenny for noting that. You know,
Here we go.
and this is why we do this show, because we have a bunch of different people from all over the place, and it really works. It really works.
It does work. And by the way, guys, we're gonna do a show in Vegas. Ron said he's gonna fly us all out there, right?
Oh yeah, there we
We're doing
go.
live shows in Vegas.
Yeah, in the sphere.
That's it. Aren't you
In the sphere.
advertising on the
Oh
outside?
yeah, all the time. That's why the show is like #1 across the world.
Hey, you could do some Canva, some Photoshop for that. I don't know if you get in trouble for it. Go on.
I mean, everybody else does it, right?
Yeah, why not? Play stupid till you get caught.
That's right. I mean, what are they going to get?
They're like, why you got going on daily? Well, it's on the Sphere.
Yeah, there we go. The whole show plays on that sphere. The whole show. It's
And then
live
guess
right
what?
now.
You'll never
So
get anybody else.
if you're in Vegas right now, go outside and look at the sphere. We're going to be on there.
Exactly. But make sure you don't turn us off, because make sure you have your phone, because match it up and we're going to be right beside you.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't turn us off, though, or the advertisement goes away.
All right, so that's a whole lot of stuff. I like that slogan now. That's a
I
pretty good
know.
slogan.
What happens here only happens here. That's pretty wild. I love it.
It is.
It's catchy on
only
both
happens-
ends.
It's true too, right?
It's got a little bit of the
true.
Sin City, but it also has a little bit of family too, right? It's like you ain't
Right.
going to have nothing like this anywhere else.
It's 100% true. There's no false advertising.
Do you think, I got to real quick, do you think Dubai is like Vegas? I know it's on a bigger scale, but can it compare? I don't think.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, the entertainment that we have in Vegas is pretty impressive. It's
Yeah,
pretty impressive. And I find it hard to believe that they can match that. I mean, they're going to have 3 different professional sports. Actually, it's more than that, because they have the Las Vegas Aces as well.
Oh, yeah.
They have NASCAR. So that's 5 right there. Good luck matching up to that.
You know what's coming out next? I'm going to make a prediction. Is there a golf outing there? Do they have the big golf PGA?
Oh, I'm
yet?
sure there is. They have it.
And then you know what else? There'll be like a U.S. Open for Vegas Open for tennis. There'll be a tennis matches. I don't know if they can play in that hot heat, but they'll find it.
That might be a little difficult.
Well, we'll do an air conditioning.
Indoor. They might do. You can do it indoor.
There we go. More ideas, Vegas. Make sure you reach out to us.
All right, it's gum time, Rick. It is gum time.
Oh my goodness! Please, you just put up one of the worst gums ever. The Stripes, they last for 5 seconds. I eat the whole pack in 10 minutes when I was like,
yes, I understand
back
that,
in the day.
but I don't know if you know this or not.
Uh-oh.
But they just discontinued it.
What?
Yes, discontinued.
When? Just recently, or
just this year?
When did you buy any anywhere?
Beginning of the year.
It'd be hot to find some. I wonder.
Yeah, you probably can't get it now.
Cracker Barrel used to have it. I might have to check Cracker Barrel.
So if you are a Fruit Stripe fan, you might want to go get it now if you can even find it, because it's gone. They're not making it anymore. And that is the number 16 seller. Number 16 in chewing gum. Not bubble gum, chewing gum.
It should
Difference.
be should be 20.
Well, they only had a list of 16, so.
It's at dead last. Okay, I understand.
So dead last is not very good. So that is Ferrara Candy Company that makes Fruit Stripe, and they're not doing it anymore. So the top 10, you're gonna love these.
Here we go.
Let's play a little game.
All right.
Let's play a little game.
It's game
You
time.
like games?
Ron, I love games. If it's Connect 4, it's got to be Hungry Hippo. I don't do board games, Monopoly, because I'll cheat with the money.
All right. So we have the rest of top 15. Let's see how many you can name in that top 15.
All right. You ready? Top 15?
Yeah.
One of my faves. Big Red's in there.
No. Oh, yes, it is. Number 14. Sorry.
Big Red's number 14.
14.
No, get the... Come on.
14.
That was like, should be the top 2 or 3.
Well, it's number 14 now.
Dentine.
Dentine, number 8.
Which one? Does it... Don't say the flavor. Like the cinnamon one's badass.
No, it's all the Dentine.
Okay. The double mint one, I know that's in there. I mean, everybody has that green one.
Double mint is number 1.
You kidding me?
Number 1 for 2023. Number 1.
No. I thought
Best
Juicy
selling.
Fruit. Juicy Fruit.
Juicy Fruit is number 7.
I knew you had the Orbit in there, but what's the gum? It has like
Orbit
the
is in there. Number 2 is
2.
Orbit.
Ooh, what's the gum that had like you bite it and had like a little gel in it? Is that like in there?
Oh, I think that was a bubble gum though.
Okay.
I remember I know it.
All right, I got another one for you, man. Chiclets. Chiclets is in there.
Chiclets is number 10.
Woo! Chiclets. Who doesn't love Chiclets? Who doesn't love? It's a pretty damn good gum, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, you had to pop 10 of them in your mouth at one time. You know that.
Yeah. But they're good. They're good.
So Big Leg Chew doesn't come in as chewing gum, does it?
No, that is bubble gum.
Bubble gum. Okay. Oh my, other chewing gums. What's the one with the dark green package? Is that spearmint, or is there like another one? That's not part of double mint? Is there like a spearmint one? Winter green or something like that? Or
I think spearmint is double mint.
Okay.
All right. So
I'm running out.
You did pretty good. You got like 6 of them off that list.
Big Red upsets me. Damn it.
So, of course, Fruit Stripe 16, Stride 15.
Oh.
Big Red 14, Mentos gum 13.
Mentos.
Freedent 12.
Oh, awful.
Extra 11.
Soft gum.
Chiclets 10. 5 gum number 9.
Where the heck's that?
Relatively new. It's relatively new. Dentine, Juicy Fruit, Trident number 6.
Ooh.
You forget Trident. Icebreakers Ice Cube 5. Number 5.
Icebreakers are pretty badass, yeah.
Yeah, they're really good. I like those.
I love the container it's in too.
Yes. Eclipse is number 4. And Pure is number 3. I've never heard of Pure.
What is Pure? Like,
I don't know. I have no idea. Never heard.
Organic gum. It tastes like soap.
It's Pure.
Yeah, it's Pure. All right, no chemicals.
Double mint. Yeah, so Wrigley's actually makes double mint and Juicy Fruit and Big Red. They also make Orbit, so they're the number 1 and 2. So Wrigley's is the gum king as far as I'm concerned.
I gotta ask you, like, even on gum now, who does chewing gum? You always do like the little ones, or I do Listermints, just put in your mouth, I mean, does people still chew gum a lot? Because, it's like,
apparently
when you go places, it's hard to chew gum and talk, that's not a thing anymore.
Right.
It's like,
right. Most people just pop like a little Tic Tac or something like that,
Oh, Tic Tacs. Yeah. Remember them? Yeah, I love them.
Absolutely. So that is the list of chewing gum on National Chewing Gum Day. See?
There's a national day for everything. Yesterday was National Coffee Day. You know that, Ron.
Oh, it's this like 50 things
yesterday. Heck yeah, it was like And there is specials like Dunkin' gave you a free medium coffee. It's pretty cool.
Today's also Pet Tricks Day too, so there's all kinds of things. There's like a
My-
list of like 30 things.
So every day there's a celebration somewhere.
Yeah, yeah,
We never had
and
that when
that's
we were
great
kids.
for a show like this because we expose that to people.
Yeah.
Now we did chewing gum. Hey, we talked about Podcast Day too.
I know. We're getting hit in everything.
See, we're getting everything out there, and Flight to Nowhere.
Oh,
This is we got perfect timing because there's like 10 minutes left of the show.
the flight to
and-
nowhere. I mean,
And the
this
Flight
is
to Nowhere is wrapping things up. I'm curious.
this is like the Dream Weaver song. You know, you jump in the time machine and you remember that song?
Oh, dream
Yeah, you jump in, and dude, and then you wake back up and you're at the same fucking place. Excuse my language, it's like same place. All right, so you ready? American Airlines, which I fly a lot. Passengers go on a 9-hour flight to nowhere due to what do you think? The lavatory issues.
Wait,
So-
the bathroom?
Okay, can I say it like Eddie would say? The shitter was full. Gotta say it, man. No, yes. So they went on a 9-hour flight to nowhere and then suddenly turned around in the Pacific Ocean. Are you kidding me? Flew from Dallas.
So they basically dropped the load in the ocean.
Dropped the load in the ocean. They went from Dallas to Seoul, Korea, and turned around in the Pacific Ocean because they said they could not. It was a maintenance issue, and it was only about the lavatories, and they didn't want the sinks to overflow with poop because I guess they're all tied
Wow.
together. Well, can you imagine that going down? Oh, you're talking about like some kind of like we talk about the water and everything with the hurricane. Can you imagine this? You're sitting in your island, this big sludge of liquid coming down.
Oh, and you got to think that happens all the time. And there's a lot of crap floating around
But the
in
thing
the
is,
ocean.
okay,
Literal
so-
crap.
It's a 9-hour flight. You should say everybody gets one pass, like a hall pass. You get one, you get a dump or a 1 or 2, number 1 or 2, and that's it.
Mm.
But they couldn't flush it, I guess. So apparently the lavatories, I mean, a big plane like this probably has about 3 of them, right? You're going clear to Korea. I mean, you're not just one bathroom or 2.
Yeah, I think there's one in the front and one in the back.
There'd be more than that, Ron.
But I think there's like 2 in the back or something.
Yeah, you got
I
a
don't
big
know.
flight.
I'm not on the. Look, if I'm going on a plane, I don't care how long it is. I'm not going to the bathroom. I'm not getting up for myself.
No, I've only went one time in my life on the bathroom. And I tell you what, when you hit that thing sucks it down. Like it'll take you down too. It goes, I mean, it just
Yeah,
drops.
kind of like Tommy Boy on Chris Farley when he gets his tie stuck in the toilet.
And I still have, when I was a kid, my dad always told me when they get over anywhere, they just drop that out. They just open the gate and let it go.
Really? So that just goes out there anywhere, and you could be floating around on a cruise, and then all of a sudden you get hit with a pile of crap.
So here's the good thing about it. You ready for this? They
That's
gave the
great.
passengers an overnight accommodations and they flew out the next day. You better, right?
Oh my God!
Can you imagine
Really?
go back
Then they have
9
to fly
hours
the
and they're
next
like,
day?
Ron,
Talking about
well,
jet lag.
well, Ron, let's let you know. We're turning. Can you imagine when they say we're turning around? We're halfway there, Pacific Ocean, and we're turning around. At that point, what is going through your mind? You don't think, I'm going to say it again, the shitter is full. You're thinking there's something wrong and they're not telling us. Maybe a
Yes.
terrorist or, seriously, you're worried, right? You're
Oh,
why-
I agree with that.
you would not
I
think it's
still-
the bathroom.
Yeah, I still don't believe that was the problem. I still don't believe
Could
that.
you imagine
I
them
think there was
saying-
another problem that they
Could you
didn't
imagine when
tell
like,
the
they go,
passengers.
everybody, just let you know, we're going to turn around here because the bathroom's kind of full. And who would believe that? I would love to have this on
I
video.
don't think it's true.
You don't think?
I don't think it's true. I don't think it's true. I think that's what they said, but I think there was another problem.
I mean, so you're using the Eddie, the crapper's full to like, come on, man. If you're doing this on airlines to try if something else is wrong.
There's no way they're gonna go fly halfway there and then turn around because of the bathroom.
Well,
They
they
would
said-
just tell passengers it is out of order and we're gonna continue the flight.
Yes.
That's what they would tell you.
And then we'll leave one bathroom open, just emergency only.
Right.
I mean, you're halfway there, Ron. So 4 hours. I mean, I don't know about you, but you could hold it 4 hours, you know? If you're a guy, you do the pinch. If you're a woman, I don't know what you do. You wiggle or whatever, you know?
Hey, I mean, you could just do it in a bag. Or,
What, exactly right. Why didn't they put bags? They could go in the bathroom and do it in a bag. and put in
Yeah.
the garbage and have
So
big.
I don't buy it for a minute
You
that
are
it was
right now.
that
I'm thinking of
reason.
this. Come on. And this is a big, this was on one of the news, I think USA Today, so covered this. So this is not like
Yeah.
just a crazy topic. This was on a national
Yeah.
newspaper.
I think there might have been a pretty big problem on the plane, and they didn't want to tell the customers, so that's
And
the
here's what it
excuse
is,
they
though.
gave.
They did not want to go maintenance then because then people won't fly American because they'll say it's not safe. So they
Right.
use the alternative that we'll just
Right.
use the bathroom. Or we're out of
Yeah.
next will be we're out of snacks. We're out of snacks, so we got to turn around.
Yeah. So I don't buy it for a minute. I mean, for all we know, there could have been a passenger on there that was wanted, and they needed to go back.
Or I don't know. Or we could go the other way that somebody just dropped a deuce that could last for 5 people. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't buy it.
Okay, so Ron,
I think
so
for
I know
sure that it was something on a plane.
if I was on a plane like that and I'm going to Korea and I mean, we got to understand here, people going to Korea, how many was there Americans or is this mostly people from that country that are going there and they just try to like BS people? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if there was a lot of Americans on it, I think there would be more stuff on social media, don't you think? Pictures, videos. You don't hear anything about it like much at all. Just
No, and that's what makes me feel that it's something else.
so American
Because I think
Airlines.
everybody would have covered that if it was crap. But I think the story is crap. And like I said,
Ooh, the story is crap.
I think that there was probably somebody on the plane that was wanted for a major reason. And I think they turned around and they went back and they took care of that person.
Because that person gets to Korea on that area. Once you get
Yeah.
in another country, you're free, right? Pretty much. Or can they detain
Yeah.
you? I don't know if they can or not when you get off the plane.
Because when you think about it, they had to get off the plane, right? So now the only people that would know if this happens is the people on the plane. Did they release the people normally or did they do it differently? Did they let a specific person off the plane first, only to be put in handcuffs? So we don't know. It would have to be reported by somebody else. But if they kept everybody on the plane and say one person was allowed to go off the plane first or last, for that matter,
It doesn't make
so
sense. And then how much gas they wasted. They wasted all that fuel. And then guess what?
right,
After that, all the hotels they had to put up because a flight like this, Ron, you're not putting 20 people on the plane. This is a
yeah,
packed plane. You know that to go
yeah.
over there.
Yeah.
I mean,
For all we know, it could have been somebody wanted as a terrorist or something that was on the plane and they needed to come back and do a check on
I
everybody.
I
I
think
don't
it was
know.
I think it was mechanical maintenance issue.
It could be
But
that
it's a
because they
main
don't want people to know that.
they called a maintenance issue this too to cover herself. This is not a
Yeah.
is this a maintenance issue? The bathroom? I don't call that a maintenance issue, do you?
I don't know, but something stinks.
Well, more ways than one. Boy, you got these Tommy Boy slogans coming out today. It's like boom, boom, at almost 9:00 in the morning. Wow. And I got to tell you what, overflowing the sinks. I mean, I don't know about you, but it's like they were feeling safety for. They said if it would, all that smell and all that stuff could be hazardous. I mean, come on, really? I mean,
Yeah. Like I said, I don't buy it. I think there was something else that they were trying to hide.
American Airlines, if you hear that, Captain Ron said he thinks you're full of you know what.
Yup. Yup, I do.
I can't make it
So
up. That's why I seen that story, Ron. I had to bring it out. I was like, how do you turn around
because
because
there's
the
always
bathroom's
a
full?
spin on everything, right? They don't want to let you know certain things, so
Mm-hmm.
they give an excuse for it. It's like the whole weather balloon thing, right? They don't want you to know, so they say, "Oh, it was a weather balloon," and we know it's crap.
It wasn't a weather balloon going across the whole country. That was a spy thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you want to call that
so
spy gate or whatever.
yeah, so it's what they do. It's what big corporations do. They always put a spin on something,
And you know what?
and
When we
they
were kids,
always give an
we believed
excuse.
it. Now you know what? You came up and you twisted it. It's a kind of funny story, but now we look at the facts and we're like, there's no way this could happen like this. I
Yeah,
mean, you're 4 hours, so you're going to fly back and then do another. flight
Right.
tomorrow for another 9.
Yeah. And basically it's on the house,
So they would lost.
you know?
That's how much money they would lose on this flight. How much
Right.
money? I mean,
Right. That's a lot of money. I mean, you got to think if you're going to Korea, what is that going to be like $700-800 a person?
oh, I would say it's more than that, Ron. I think it's probably over
Right.
a
I'm
thousand,
just
right?
saying. Yeah. So, and you just wasted basically the fuel, the time, the pay of those pilots and the crew and stuff, and then you got to do it again, and you're not getting more money for that,
So who
and
came up with the story? I'm sure the flight attendants it wasn't. It was somebody like in marketing or or customer service, like the
yeah, oh, it's absolutely, you know, that's the boss saying, all right, just blame it on this. That's all it is.
So next time you go on a plane, everybody out there, make sure you ask him his bathroom is working. Because I'm built.
Exactly.
I just had Burger King, and just let you know,
And don't let them give you any crap for it either.
no crap in the plane.
All right, so it is that time, Rick.
Yes.
We've been. Oh, what a great show this was! What a great show, Rick. You're coming back tomorrow.
I'll be back for a double dose. Yes.
You're going to be with Becky and special guest Samantha Bailey,
Ooh,
who
yeah.
is an author and a betrayal trauma specialist.
Can't wait for
And
this.
she's going to be talking about that tomorrow. So get those questions ready, Rick.
Oh yeah.
Look her up and get those questions ready. She's going to spend like 20-25 minutes here. And, so it should be a good time.
I'm excited.
Get your notebooks and pens ready for this information because she's going to give you a great story and some answers to those questions that everybody will have. So please join us tomorrow. That will be absolutely amazing. I cannot wait. It'll be the first official guest
Ooh, the first one. Look
of
out.
the show. So our first official guest, and I'm still trying to figure out how we would incorporate like some musicians in this.
Yes.
So
Keep thinking, Ron.
that would be great.
Keep thinking, brother.
So that is it for the show. Rick, thank you for being
Ron,
here.
thank you,
It
brother.
was so
I missed
fun.
you guys. I'm back. Can't wait to tune in tomorrow. 9 a.m. tomorrow, not 8 a.m. 9 a.m.
9 a.m. tomorrow morning, Eastern time. If you're in Edmonton, 7 a.m. And I believe it is the same in like Dallas, Texas as well. So 7 a.m. I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
It's all good. Well, everybody out there, enjoy your Monday. And we always love you. See you tomorrow, 9 a.m.
All right. Take care.